Shame yale Facebook to be 102.7 Tolong radio dima soro internet man de gap tibjala so to kunyala nyura iban lerma pan ba to kunyala pam ni shigi but lamna dima soro share the video kaban param di amfane share the video so share the video. Yes, I was talking about Shata Wale fans gadama. So I was saying that you idea hand up jebema. Your idea in yellow tennis stage man facing yellow 6 man. Koyamani ula kurayama. Or never team man by. Okay, it's a good idea. It will be very good for pictures. So in the crowd ma shama. Did the green sit ma political like it. Because green sit ma tie me za one linyele ma yellow sit ma gong me so nyibi bele question I nyam kan me parliament so shabra le ba 360 degree ka shabra le because of yellow sit ma gong ma. It was a very beautiful idea because it's good for videos and pictures kama yin share social media kan o dra ma lala o show ma the 2069 for peace concert o Macca's first concert at the Tamale Sports Stadium the 20 party hala show ma France gadam many Stone Boy concert la like kayan zang lazam asa double tempa almost Stone Boy concert la Taman Madrid like John Mama that when we have short memory my yaman yellow come 3 bitiera 69 for peace concert. So somebody said that the fancy break the fancy set a break the concert record yellow concert na 69 for peace concert mpon now drop pale makasio konkunda berezo drop pale we still have videos and pictures to prove it drop pale that is the fact of the matter show you no check at the para no oh mother patale but you check around malalai yes am zan shop sia ka shop no washin barbanya ya last show ma drop 20 pack 69 for peace concert 69 for peace I remember mandana on the MC but you know DJ Carlos not on the MC but now manda produce I remember clearly 69 for peace concert. So Facebook il richellement can yarma because okay so I can actually yellow 6 man bala that's right so make a okay that's fine so, yes so do gwang me don't gwang lang like the tiegi so green 6 man don't wa me so make a halati the picture to show him stay do my green the green aspect man then yellow sa Wale so ni bi jinka wula bandage sama bi da green side man green 6 man have pale. So it was very strategic on the part of the team to have done that, and I commended them. I went there. I told JB that that's said, but attendance wise, attendance wise, the show wasn't a flop. Flop show nanyele. Attendance wise, it was superb. It wasn't a flop show, not at all. It was far away from a flop show when it comes to attendance, you know. So green sisma current coverage, but I used to yellow sisma, and so that's why you see the picture, you know, Karakata Kevik and you know, that's fine. So now, secondly, security at the gates, it was somehow better because anyway, ndaba dulur na banda dulur daji wala pam. Braku pela line. Hai shabra Rahim da bin wane. Na onchela jetare fatawa ba escrab bia. Aye sauda bia. Koji lu na katakana nebra zan lai man pa 3 hours ku kara show man lai so la kamanda pon ban ka pa kan luri palma ya uncle yoza puluma ka chanta na menen ku ka ku chanta na hantiti azan luri na ku to tianto zan man pa 4 hours. Security was poor as usual ndia ya me tenda tele free shama ko stra ku walk me banda ka ta zama take to braso nda ku yebun worba no ka take sma na ka darba chana it was banda zan lurna no tizan twi bradu wahala pam. But let me also put this on record iban ku chana tima lurna mpiar show man maleta pak mo boso wa ibora abona do lurti ka vanir man lor mane kam yibza so ka ticket ako ma ticket so ko para gate man ka security mat boro kan make ka wonje waste shabanyanga time but waste time they can pass kan you pel line lor na pel line ka wona je explain ra abi ka ticket apaka ticket yin da ticket ka vanir no lor na kana na te explain to soja kan paga wana wa ka zasra ka ba agiwira ka beji dundal ba pune then ka stop nyir be samba ma pule wakano kaso wakara tilo and it didn't just stop the fast gadam hay Macca socials la yele what kind of nonsense is that? So be zero lorry but to sale be kam subin shaw so make provision for the car park kan you gulle ama ka sham ka to pie lorry ma no ya ma lorry ma because man na park la lorry ka chantanchi kula Israel show man kan da dolo cause you know it be guys pam I can do that ama ka you ko mo ka tizim be lorry ne hay albasa ko hanin banda can teci mana to ko albasa no be lorin da kamata block jiya palbazo traffic ka soja nan be gate mana sun to kan tizan ni mana one car ngar 30 minutes kana to move fi why this kasra o kamuna o ko my ticket bi o ka ticket kay fi dan yo labi ay o ko ni fo you know me my ticket ki sheba palmaza you are wasting people time. Just because one person drive to the gate and do not have a ticket or have one ticket and have 5 people in the car and it becomes an argument at the with the security at the gate to the detriment of others who are in hurry to come and see Fancy Gadam perform. Why? Can you know me can know Fancy Gadam eto nila ko mundo eto manda ko miso ne jire kan zon baro jire to go dans la perform no but on a more serious note but I started early performance man harka kanun de yonyom but I started early it was on time no la it was on time but ni yere kama jir pulun ma yen kama ti yela mistake shall on dan later bin dan later can start with the gate so security but it was poor ita security nyela kama kaso embuso kaso bago be kaso miota pa kalala like the security are supposed to make the place a free place for movement, either cars or dadama, to make sure that people are in line so that people can get easy access into the field. That didn't happen. Bandaka take is dakata mo park at babun kobranema. Kaso jana makucha baka jam block on your load on babu to gare. Amakasa gate ma come over tera bakati kitera. Kaso jana male ka police male herba. No, we don't do that. The last time Macca social ono ata isanda nkana kade ne biaka kolma. It is show anula katin kambo hayula. Never submit bumar got 3 hours. Nkukara nyomen gate man ko be katena chi. Debo be chiana, bo yorli. Lord son kushema. Nambe teliga ko mi hale 30 minutes ko gare. 20 minutes ko gare. Ka you la meza na kablan bag. Okoto la nyanga. Omukuto chanto denda pago no bata isama. Hala bon na labi nchato pako akulantu. Amukuto che loro bazane. Amobon na tente nyeso performance. Ula kaena. Nyamen taking you for granted sha. Oh, what's that? So na kuja fila kan kumino pia bela jirka marma France gadam omlo jebe ma be ni marjir pam da buho ye de mana show ma da ye be ngule marjir ma yawandi shi be difference won bo na kara believe le mais toka ngule ko believe le ani Macca so yela ka esra hevi ba shi bara ko believe le halfway ya ma ndi be believe kache so yi nyu hano o de marjir so ndi be believe ni marjir ba iye to amala ya even marjari jebe ay to amala ya yele to ana son serious the chef yela de pure you know they spoke clearly and they were very emphatic that ti jarsam gate man ma de ble nan shire rana ya that is one. Two, you had a very poor sound system, very poor. Fast kadam ayur Allah pam subhanallah, a very poor sound system. The sound was nothing to write home about. This is very clear. Come on here, yelle. As quality, mamalan quality, and I'm talking Adugale quality. So ka problem yelle. Keep your quality, let me keep my quality. Even Fast Garden doesn't have a quality. Okale, oka quality. Or the mal quality. Ona ko compromise on it. Kazan la sound man sound biao. Manda bela ni kaso nyelema. Mam kuchante chi kaso nyelema. Oh, that is 2 mara. 3. Fast gadan wula ka stage tamale ka chance nan kara ka haile nirba tazan ko male last stage ma doctor ba wenda dale iti no doctor France and doctor ba wenda stage 2 iti retro ka tra yina tut ba wala ke e yono chante fale chante so no mboro won kan boro ko yusi bar brato la stage ma but nira boa jabla no haila shel pai like then the bon tam shares on ma ma stage ma kutuma nire mbe tab no mutuma shama da yelem ma so ma haila shel pai which I believe it was a lie. Look, la last stage ma tamana wakara yina sound man be yina tamana but stage ma una nje fans kada you are very ungrateful amna nirma but no kanan mala kamala ba bishaka yila abi brand ye ko boro so tamale doesn't have quality. Is that what you are telling me? They have given it to you free of charge. How once the euro so sound marker you ka jar na bishaka yila krada nyeba tazan bama nkolma yermare yeto before the show ba my eye is not necessary. But on the second thought, can so it won't manta. You can let them know. MPP no matter what manta man. MPP staging brother. So generally like one politics be which I guess just Amalia Male. But at least credit them. Yeah, credit them ma. So tale omenyele MPP nira. They are politicians. Our fans ma ban politicians. MPP them that bad. MPP has a part in that only. But Dr. Bawuya bought the stage for northern musicians ma. It's for him show ma don't call use ma. Ka fans which andana karakara hina. Nda yel jobla chiriki ma je maranya manyani marjirma ba pen dihna batable ma stage ma you walk about yele. So be grateful and thank people. You don't always have to say that. So is branding yele high stake at yakrana what is it? Yes, so in le richel ma Facebook ma so in yeron gwangcham yo how kusma number ma like I don't know. The the same number. But this stretch the Guangme ka green seat one tiegi. The player you know, but in the picture shama don't this is how the compare show shama come 69 for peace concert. The Macca show the dama. One fans got a mama no show. Almost aqua diamond what's it called? Stone Boy. I think this for Sakwa there. Bo Sakwa there show la. To le Sakwa there show ma. Green seat ma on da ba o. To le nyerba. Green seat ma metie me za one nyele ama branch me cover za ama yellow seat ma don't go me. So this was actually a crowd. So compare nyele nyemele la demand ba chanka le ngoma nyele za akpele ka waso sama so be shouldn't because very the military take up shine. That was a nice idea catch bambe ma but I tell you bring back what's it called Sakwa de Denmark kanya nyele. That's right almost Sakwa de Denmark. Look at what happened. Look sama zara palma green seat ma kache ban man. So har show ngo de tengero mo Shata Wale show ma. Kulango. Now ka ngo tengarle. Ma ya malaka ma yare ma o ka jele mi pele la ma fanse ka dam dum o man ba ka shi yen takane o dem nyama o ko dem nyama o man ba ka shi nyela nyama le yere be tempai o mo sak den ma. Ai. That is 3 mbara. 2 3 4 bring me okay fine as my left now 4 what's it called fast gather performer or time on stage on that duna sashelma I don't have any problem with it like what I do not early I don't have any problem with it but the problem I had was he delayed on stage. The truth of the matter is that Shoma Shata Wale in headline ka fast gather that was why I shut the performance last man. So at this point Fancy Ghana was a guest musician on the program. He was a guest musician because he is lucky that he's a musician. Other than that, other musician event organizer and the Shata Wale Kara. So he's part of the show because he's a musician. But in this case, Shata headlined the program. Kadin Kambora. No so fast and you do at Pakuma. The other two fast perform 30 minutes. No. The man am black cam. Kapun perform 1 hour to the Katale, but you have a guest whom you introduce as the headliner because when na sana come baza malia. Konen Duna and Shata Wale told us that when develop more than 2 hours, immune. So fancy glance on stage was very unnecessary. Lay to ango. Lay to ango. Fast rajum na pakuzo. Und orang be yila ngar kama like zillion, come on thousands. You know what he did? When that took Dada, you couldn't perform the Patale to fancy Mama, Ladema, and that do not carry you. Can you first song, take a second song, fourth, fifth song, and then your fifth song, man. In the last manner. Zanlo compare beginning ma. Make us and I'll show you pictures, man. Zanlo compare beginning ma. No, y'all have some picture man and mama picture man, so that later I'll direct you to. Fast get under do not park mazo. And to pick a performance. Zanchang asif song. Hala abago. I mean the age mother boomy. To lalama sanda tunashi. After playing some 10, 11 songs. Lalama nda tuni. La sanda tunashi. Because ka kondo that one yaba Shata Wale ba perform with Yuri. Ka fans ga dam duna. Fans la ga 3 hours stage mazo. Ka bantra yira ba not la draw. But let me clap for DJ Carlos. For the first time, Odadi will wasted time on the stage. Though or introduction, Kodakati Chamber, you are hey, Bandari, you could delay. But in that lay, my bandana no motor draw. No count the motor, the Bajirin years in Marbanya is that it's so good to fatten so. He planned Lanzanti years on Tisso in Marbanya. Fans won't live here on one Darmoto Tisso. Yamjere. Jim Marbanya in Perry to Anwajirin, it was a plantain. It's a lie. Motoma sober genuinely sober dealing. But as I'm a Quaba tickets, it was a strategy. Kazomika Remana, Ilang Yugi. So, Fancy delayed on stage. That's a fact of the matter. When you had Shata Wale coming. Why? We like Iliri Shama. Can you remember Kujia? Nasma 637. Because Shata came late. Chelia, Benda Motoma donation man. Motoma donation man. Drop Paggy almost Benda will Shata. Drop Paggy come out almost 1 hour. No, Come on, 40 minutes, 40 something minutes. Shata na casting mazo. Can you look the four? Nobody's performing, nobody's talking. One of the guys man that unity, but Mike, I mean, Nabela Katantan, man, flex that Belebisu. Go Yara, where was Shata Wale? Kafans Garan Jamna. Can you hear Sasha about three something pro? Shata took close to 45 minutes before he came on stage after Bumbulu. So, Fast the performance sanda to performance sanda to the Shata Wale Pun Karate Beni Manaba. Once Kashata Hydra to the Oyuma, fast Gadam introduce so. Come no pro Yilama, ko share ko zongo zantoy. That didn't happen. Katalan yale. Fast delay on stage, Kabutombo Shata Wale ka Ode ko delay. Shata Rachen somewhere 4. Nirba asba Darakunemo Plonka Nirba Kunya. Accra, it happens. But considering where we are, Muslim Tangmo, Bumotangmoki, Muslimaki, Dwamusulimbe, Kokuchatbe show and Katapu, John Labozo, Hakabatu Plan, Coming Address Kuna. Whose fault? Unnecessary delays, unnecessary. Dinka Nanya. Very unnecessary. Fancy Gadam. Cows, what kind of that Kishu Mahu? Yawum the bar. I'm very justice. But you see, fans be yellow. Okoto yellow, but if she fans okoto yellow. I am saying that Lala Shoma, 90% of the people were there because of Shata Wale, and I can tell you the reason. Shata Wale, that book Shata Wale close to 15 minutes. People were there standing. Jongo Baun Carnato Buxla. Kat 3:34, 4 Chabilan in me. Captain Shata, 45, 15 minutes. Shata up to the stage mazo. Haka Buniro Yila number. Can you keep Soraba they wanted to see Shata. I'm giving you reasons. Secondly, Arale program, Bambicham program, that gets Bambicham programs, new faces. You know why? Shata was involved. Wale. I've listened to people who said that Joy News, Yella Shoma, Akazan credit to Shata Wale. Wukibon was on the credit. Do you know how much Fansagadam gave Shata Wale to come to Tamale? Actually. What are you talking about? Ka program man ka Shata Wale yetwa. Shata Wale me concert kati fans gadam had 10,000 100 million look at the performing. Akra woman male. You know why? Obe mal impact. Ona to lo zo moto no zo. How one see obe fans gadam. Imi fans gadam ni ti Shata Wale la se look at them. Why is it that Koto la on a gente apart from patronkin on a gente so la pa Shata Wale onto has tomboy omro shola or am to la to pag onto Shata Wale actually. You know why? Didn't that make this Shata Wale headline artist of the night? What are you talking about? Somebody went on. Look, Shata has still a program magba. In fact, beginning fans get them that board collaboration with Shata Wale. Never no program being like our perglarma ko zasi. In fact, they even called the program off. Later until they renegotiated, that Shata Wale charge ba. I'll give you the figure. Come yo, they paid. Then the show finish. Ka join news better on radio and kate oh Shata Wale poma Shata ka ina kate the boss roka be fans gadam Shata Wale boss roka Shata Wale be kate dem free ka yo Shata Wale ko kana. It tells you how important he is. Imila Shelbento. Then you think that after the show news will not talk about him? Shata Wale kasoko si get there like our prego. But you me kato flight taking more than 18 people flight. Yo, you are the bank and kaka fast gadan to no la. Oko sai. And I did that for Shata. Shata was very necessary on the concert. Verily. No one should downplay him. In fact, the attendance was as a result of Wale involvement. Let's teach you like when you let that banana fast yet that banana fast. Ma fans baka jargon you ka dat bana ñu o ma dat bana ka fans ye dat bana kan teach you. The truth of the matter is that Wale is a brand. That is why ka show man na ka media ma year Wale to aka fans ga da to ama. Which is why it is important to brand yourself and it is important to be valuable. Let people see you as a valuable asset. Shata dero loro ka to flight na to do hotel ka pwanyo ko ka tampa ko karante diam ne biao ko dala play kala to look up lan dati ki to ko no nyirbe za labe obedi wala shele o wala za ko ya stage bazo ka program man. You think Shata is not important that particular program? But to conclude on this, kulala Shata Wale effect ma fast gadan ko to ka effect. I understand ko to of all the reason why Shata Wale da better, but it was a reason because of fans that anko to ning lala show o konko kanyela zama mpod na woni la nyele. At this stage fans gadan ko ning lala show obenye zama shela onda nyama. So now tell me why they won't mention Shata Wale name after the show. That was the reason why Shata Wale won't kan na wogba. Fans brought him for a reason, and the reason is that Omamanda Yele or no tamal entertainment because he as a musician don't have the power to do that. This is a fact. Don't say that Fans Gadam is the controller of the city. You will be foolish to do that. Now, I want to ask you a question. Fans control the city when it comes to entertainment. Why did he bring Shata Wale? Fans in the fans in 2013, 14, 15 ma. Munkoraza not on the shoes. Kadawa Charpana. Mune. Munkoraza na. Onda kuya fans gadam sa shella. On la show them not on Stone Boys and Sakwa Diana. There was a reason, and the reason is that fans you that talent lurme. The lurme lurko nyerle. So only no show only di wahala shelly. The girl first man on that wahala shelly. First man he didn't need so much energy to do that because he was valuable. He was an important musician and a very popular musician. What has happened? What has happened today? It is because this is business and this is strategy. And I'm glad Fans Gadam himself said it. Oh yeah, he's bringing Shata Wale for a reason, and the reason is that we show my ceremony. So being a new faces ma, the last pack. He said it. I saw one of the videos go yell. Then the program man. Then you see more. So you want more to be there to talk about Fans Gadam. Are you by comparing Fans Gadam importance and influence on the attendance on the show? Are you seeking to compare the influence of Wale and what you called Fancy on the program? How dare you? This will be pure disrespect. So you can laugh with a drone shot, man. Man. It's gross disrespect, and I've seen some few people. I want to send a what's it called, a caution. Okay, so pictures man more. I have a man acquisition was only 1% came because of Fancy Gadam. To yell me, Zaya compare Fancy Gadam last show on that car or competition concert la on that car international artists musicians so can you congo Zaya compare. Kuzana yo Wale dinu on compare on danyi on kudu last concert o ko kabzan thousand artists na la Zana yo compare. So the year he's a smart guy. Fancy Gadam is a smart guy. He thought that yes, in the Bechamaka Lambala. So we are bringing Shata Wale. Fancy we yell to Shelley after program man. But I listened to people suggesting that Fancy is your controller of no. Fancy gonna be the musician or any event organizer for Shata Wale for this particular program. Fancy was part of this program because he's a musician. All that a musician. Tinda ko no sham da my to your artist kaso na ma la ko bere no Shata Wale. Because Shata was the main man of the night. I'm a Dagomba. But I am justice. Mbe nzang nujiru mashire ntre ndira kaza nuzaya ya male ntre nyompolo de mashire eto ya male tre nyompolo nira. Shata Wale agreed to come not because he's hungry. Shata Wale agreed to come because of the relationship he had with Fancy Gadam. Didn't ya sanle. Chube ma to mi la to ma. Concert wo so be now yelling ma Shata Wale in that carazo fast na to nyen numbers mpon now drebe nan na la bor men majere kan massage le den kan pa bal makapar majere. But as far as I'm concerned, to analyze me can observe manyela entertainment consultant. I'm a consultant. I've consulted for people, even me big time people, health NGOs man consult me. Head Shata has man consult me to by young TV3 can consult it by young. So when we are analyzing, we are telling you that because work at the pile, kay but barba ngo bambirum ngombe TikTok yere ma kala ka the reality is that you can't underplay the influence of Shata Wale on the concert. So when they mention Shata Wale on Joy News or Joy Ever Prime TV or entertainment, you don't come and tell me that all that to them be Shata Wale. Wale was the main artist on the concert. That was why I could perform last bar. That was why I Fancy Gadam share close to 1 hour. Kasorabu yir tak mani. Kabashungulu Wale. Sorabu dablan jamna. Hayila dablan mira. Kasokam kujia. Be boy Fancy Gadam 1 hour. Ko be yina yena now so tinja sashalo. Yina ko yisi. They will leave the stadium. Tinja sashalo. First man na ngumia. But the tinja sashalo. New problem they will leave the stadium. They will. So business-wise, Fancy Gadam was smart to have called Shata Wale and paid him that some money to come and perform. Look at Patrick Marlon's over. Imisha Fancy Wale last year go kanama. Cause Wale is actually Fancy la no to perform show Accra. So the hear me how important he was on this concert. Shata Wale yira bu character mal. Mpon now the brand prosper la concert. Mpon now. Flight that could delay you. Beka sabu me. Beka Sami, Beka Shata Wale, what's it called? Kashata Wale, Nkuto Kana, Mbiarme, Beno, Bombona. Oda ku yella, Ipampu show Marana. Draben. Wale was used to advertise the program, all corners. Fast right and program come deeper production yet to Ako Yara. Don't yellow Shata Wale yet to that man not about that my life is a boy life man. So be je Fancy Gadam. So be jo hali ku jo babole wa ayran. Tinu air condition wa ba. Mama. Ntela eats man ka sweater. Meka kawati nyungo ma ba. Air condition. So I'm saying that You to ashanga do my check for me anywhere. Fans gotta be just lucky because people around him but did la feel anima. Kamal Bantabu, but did la feel anima. Oma bakuto di la feel. We cannot. When you do that, you spoil the relationship of you and Shata Wale. Next time Abu Robin Kana. Next time Abu Robin Kana. And that is what I hear. Impact. But last 2 years, last year, fast around to organize a program. The program can you be in a paya, but stop making it look like program can you keep up on his uncredit mass until France Gadam, then one in the China. Hey, you saw just on billions of citizens to Shatawale, all Ghana citizens to Shatawale, no carted them. Can you be in a near my gymnast of quarter to you Shatawale alarma? Or else I will put Shatawale charge you. Shata day got 4 billion. Go charge your Kadikakanama. That is how relevance and importance is. So now tell me, in here the fans got influence or influence man? Or influence man? Fans while in my show, couple fans got them. Go pull into. What's are you? I'm not by hereby comparing Shata Wale and Fancy. That would be a non-starter and that would be foolish on my part. I cannot do that. Comparing these two, I can never do that. He himself knows. Fancy Rabia no gar Shata Wale. Henderson on emphasize that way. Nitaban one no gro Jolania Fancy Gadam. Deepa Jana won Buhama, Argar Shata Wale yon Tamale. And I saw you 4 billion, me 5 billion, walk out to them about Tamale. Tamale, oh. Jolania, what do you mean by Ngala? Nakuja Ngala Shata Wale. When I want to parla. No gala Shata Wale, no garo tamale apolo. Tamale ki no shuma, to yan dat bangza an yo Shata Wale lashel. Nda jam no shuma na kan dir file jara. Dem pandama I'm free to talk. Ma garo tamale. Ba won ka mo yo 5 billion ko ka ti dem.